Okay, I'm going to attempt to get through this recording without too much coughing, sneezing or forgetting what I'm doing. We're going to make a ruler, or a rule to be more precise. And we're going to use the techniques we used in class, so this is a refresher. We looked at making a millimetre rule and a pica rule in class. The technique is the same. So we'll make a millimetre rule here. It's one we're all familiar with. I've got a fresh document, A4. I've placed on that fresh document a single guide, and under the view and guides you'll see I've actually got locked to guides, or rather snap to guides, beg your pardon, snap to guides, correct, so that will place, each one I place will snap to that guideline. I've created a single stroke by using our line tool. When I select the line tool, my options come up here for my stroke width, and I've selected the finest stroke that I can get, a hairline, 0.25, not 25, 0.25, black solid stroke. And I've drawn a line here which I've snapped to the guide. That's easily achieved by getting a line segment, holding down a shift key, dragging a line of any length, and then telling that line in the length there to be 10 millimeters. Hit return, I have a 10 millimeter line, hit my V, I can drag that line up and it'll snap to the guide. I can delete that one as I've already done it here. Okay. I'm going to select that line segment that we have that's 10 millimeters long. I'm going to my edit menu where I find my step and repeat. Option Command U. We'll just use the edit menu for this video. It's best if you can remember the hotkeys. Step and repeat box comes up. I've got a counting there of 26, which I actually don't want. I'll just put that down, refresh the preview. I'm going to look at a count of 1. By default, you'll have measurements in your vertical. We don't want any vertical offset, so we simply turn that to 0. Horizontal count, in this case, will be, and I'm clicking it down in increments, 1. I simply want that to be 1 millimeter away from the first one. Preview is showing me that. Okay. Obviously that's way too long. So I'm just going to select that first one and change the length to, I think, 5 millimeters. I've got a nice small one like that. I'll reselect this, and this first bit is the fiddly bit. It becomes quite easy afterwards. I'm going to call up again via my edit menu the step and repeat. And I'm going to look at the horizontal offset being the same, 1. And my count with the preview on, I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th one there. I'm going to change the length on. I'm actually going to make this 7.5. So I'm going to have a start of my rule. I'll have millimeter increments, and every 5th millimeter, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'll have a longer indicator. With me so far? Excellent. I'm now going to select the block of 4, not the first one, block of 4, and I want this to work as 1 unit. So I'm going to temporarily group it. Command G. Same as in Illustrator. I'm going to bring back from the edit menu my step and repeat. Ignoring this, I'll turn this back down to 0 for a moment. Obviously 1 millimeter offset's no good, so I'm going to So I can preview it. I'm going to bring this across, and we can see the further I bring it across, the further it will push it when I repeat it. It's evident that we only want it to be 5 millimeters. It's a 5mm block. I'm going to say OK. However, I have a problem with the last increment on this. In actual fact, I'm going to turn off the group, Command Shift G as an illustrator. This should be 10 millimeters long. However, I actually don't need this to be here. So I'm going to delete this one. I'm going to select the entire lot now and group it all together. Then we go to Edit, Step and Repeat. And we know that this is now a 10mm block. Move it along further, we can see the gap appear, go back, it's 10mm. And I want a count of how many? Well, I know that it's going to be 26 to get across there. Say OK. I actually have one missing at the end, which is not a problem. I'll just simply grab that, unlock the group, grab my last one, go to Edit, Step and Repeat. I only want one count, and I only want 1 millimeter. Redo the preview, that's fine. That's already selected, so I can change its length to 10 millimeters. And that's all good. The only thing remaining now is to lock this together so it doesn't move by grouping it. Then I can't accidentally shift an item. I've now got a rule, and if I turn on my already prepared numbers, one's missing, but that doesn't matter. There's my rule. Fairly simple. Piker rule, exactly the same. Instead of putting millimeters, you put points in the box, as we showed you in class. Okay, I think that should do it for now. Sayonara.